Let me know when you're ready.
We rolling. Okay. Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. First and foremost, to give our praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, and
Chakodash.
Chakodash. Giving double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Peace and salutations to the Akim and the brethren out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth in 100% sincerity. And peace and salutations to the few and sincere sisters who believe in this gospel.
God.
All right, so you want to entitle this lesson, These Devils Are Showing Their Horns. These devils are showing their horns, right? And these devils specifically talking about these Edomites, right? Because what's going on, you've got a whole lot of situations where Jake is, being murdered by a lot of these Edomites in various different areas around the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got the Nolan Wells situation. You got it was a chick down in, was it Mississippi?
Yeah.
A chick down, a Jake woman down in Mississippi who got hung. You got that Jake woman who, got who had epilepsy, who got beat up by them 3 Edomite women.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, these devils are showing their horns and they showing how much they hate you Israelites, right? And they can see that, Israel, Yasha Allah, or Jake, is on the rise. They can see that and they can tell. And they hate it because they see that their power over you is slipping away.
Right.
They see that their kingdom is coming to an end, right? So what these devils are going to do, they're going to crash out. That's why, we always advise, Jake, man, don't be hanging around Edomites like that, especially by yourself. Don't be out hanging around Edomites thinking they're your friend, hanging around them by yourself, thinking that y'all cool. You know what I'm saying? Trying to kick it with them, especially getting drunk with them, getting drunk, doing any type of smoking weed or whatever, doing any type of substance or whatever. Don't be doing it with no group of Edomites because these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, they'll slip something in your drink or, they'll get you drunk. And, next thing you got the whole group turned on your ass with baseball bats and shit, and they beating the fuck out you like a pinata.
Or even worse, they might try to demasculate you.
Yeah.
You know how these damn devils get down.
Yeah, especially these Edomite men. You know what I'm saying? These Edomite punks.
Mm-hmm.
They'll fuck around trying and do some do some more shit to you.
Right. And to your point, brother, right now is the worst time to try to, hang with these damn devils. For brothers that, deal with the snow, that's cool. But you got to put yourself in the mindset of these devils. First of all, they always had that perpetual hatred towards our people, and how you think they feel simultaneously at the same time. They not only witnessing the downfall of their kingdom, but Jake taking their women. You know what I'm saying? Jake is on the rise, because them curses that was upon them, or that was upon us, Salakia, is starting to transfer over to them. And I'm going to get that in the Book of Lamentations, man.
Mm-hmm. And even if you do deal with the snow, hey, I wouldn't be going around their family and nothing like that.
Hell no.
Hey, treat them like concubines. You know what I'm saying? Treat them like concubines.
Mm-hmm. This is the Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, starting at verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Right? And what is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua doing right now? Like this whole lesson is going into how these devils are exposing. He's lifting up the skirt of Esau Edom because for some odd reason that Stockholm syndrome demon that's on our people, they just can't seem to get it. We've been through the civil rights movement. Matter of fact, the transatlantic slave trade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The civil rights, you see, segregation and all that. What's that down in Oklahoma? Black
Tulsa.
Wall Street.
Yep.
How many times do these devils got to keep showing that they just don't fuck with you, Jay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they continually show you time and time and again how they really feel about you.
Yeah.
So you gotta be circumspect out here. If you taking road trips, man, and you going in these little towns, man. Number one, I advise you try and do all your driving during the daytime. And if you got to stop, and you stop at a gas station, you know what I'm saying, get in, get out, get what you need, get on up out of there, get back on the road.
Exactly.
Because you never know what these devils could be, plotting, what they already got planned, or thinking about going on down the road and all of that, man. Because you never know, man. Esau is a wicked motherfucker, and he willing to do whatever he feel like he got to do to keep the power.
Yeah. And that's just that they really they petty like that. They petty like that. They literally will see they empire crashing and burning and try to patch that mug up like it's any hope. You know? Because deep down, we're going to keep it real. These devils know the punishment that they about to face. And they going to do any and everything to try to, you know how you about to get your ass whooped by your parents when they come home. You're trying to clean the house, wash the car, do all this and that to keep it from happening. They trying to offset prophecy, but it ain't nothing you can do to offset the prophecies, man. They playing right in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's hands.
Can you get that Ezekiel 35:5 for me, Baba Kashah? Right? Yeah. That's where it talks about, because thou has not hated blood, right? Hey man, this devil is a historical bloodshedder.
Is that it? Thus saith the Lord God, but this is Jerusalem.
30, it's like 35.
Okay,
chapter 35.
35 verse 5.
Yeah, this devil is a perpetual bloodshedder. This is all he knows. He don't come peaceably. He don't come trying to negotiate. He don't come trying to, you know what I'm saying, broker deals and, and righteousness and nothing like that. He like, yeah, I'm coming to take, steal, destroy, deceive.
That's all he good for.
Yeah, that's his only specialty.
Mm-hmm.
His only talent is wickedness, right? Deception. You know what I'm saying? He got the monopoly on that, which is why everything great about Babylon the Great came from Jake.
This place wouldn't, man, look, because what's everywhere the Israelites go, that place is blessed. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because we are blessed. Even though we under the curses, we still are the people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
You think Esau would have had this if it was just for, you know what I'm saying, if it was just him?
Hell no.
Nah. It's a reason why they came over here. Because, one, they wanted to build a slave empire, but they was, you know what I'm saying, struggling over there in Europe.
Mm-hmm. And one thing about Esau and Edom, they can't even get along amongst each other,
Mm-hmm. They treat their own people bad. They treat their own people like shit.
Like, we was in the same spirit, but that's why you see Jake at each other's throat, because we was already under the curses. These devils took it and capitalized off of it.
Mm-hmm.
They turned us against each other, giving the Gadites and the Reubenites strong drink to overcome them, taking the land from them, turning the southern kingdom against each other. But this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, all right, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. You see? So the Lord already whooped our asses. You devils came along and I was like, oh, we finna do worse.
Mm-hmm. Zechariah 1 and 15. Where it says, I am sore displeased with the heathen.
Right.
Because thou hast forwarded the affliction. They came in, their original dealing was, all right, put these niggas in slavery because of what they did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's their punishment. Right. Now they out. Now you out here. You know what I'm saying? You see your kingdom is over. You see it's about to fall. So now you forwarding, you continuing to forward the affliction. You see Jake is, doing better now, right? Doing better. Now you like, all right, we need to, set things back to the way it was. We need to set things straight.
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing.
God. This is verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And this is a cut to you boneheaded ass Israelites talking about even the heathens gonna have Israelites as slaves in the kingdom. Hey man, you niggas, y'all need to get y'all mind right, man. You know, you not only sold out for the bag, but you trying to further the affliction of our people. You see, every kingdom, you know, the brothers, the beloved brothers in the GMS Kansas City camp was going into that today, a lesson I was watching, man. They was out there on the highways and byways. They said, man, every empire has had their time. The tribe of, what's that, Moab, the so-called Chinese, they had their time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ammonites, the Japanese, they had their time. You know, Ham, the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ancient Babylon, what's that, the Assyrians? Or is that, no, that's,
the Syrians,
Syrians and, I want to say Ishmael. No, that's not Ishmael.
the Babylonians, and the Medo-Persians were Elamites, I believe.
Okay, Elamites, Khan. Yeah. Every empire has had their time, man. But Jake we only had, what, 40 years of peace when King Solomon was ruling.
Right. We didn't even have the entire jurisdiction of the known world.
Exactly.
You know,
You know?
we had mainly our kingdom and some of the some of the surrounding heathen kingdoms, you know, under our subjection. But you know, all of these other empires and rulers, they've had subjection over the entire world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, yeah, the Lord has given them their time. Now the Lord is giving us our time, which our time is going to be for an eternity, right?
Right.
As it says in Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18, it says, the saints shall take the kingdom and possess it forever and ever and ever. You know, we're going to have a never ending kingdom. And what this devil is trying to do, he's trying to offset the prophecies and force the Lord's hand into, you know, making him the heir to the throne, the next heir to the throne.
Yeah.
Right? But that's not going to happen though. Right? Fortunately for us, it's already written in the scriptures. Right? It's already written, in everything that he's doing. He's playing his part in prophecy, what he don't realize. Right? It's a part of prophecy that he's going to try and offset the prophecy.
That's it. You can't get around it.
Yeah.
But what does the scripture say? Salakia, brother, what the scripture say? It's nothing you can do against the truth before the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
So the more he try to offset prophecy, the more Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is like, okay, we got that accomplished. Go on, overthrow their ass.
You know? You already you're checkmated from the beginning.
Yeah.
The game was over when it started.
We just gotta wait for everything to play out.
Yeah.
You know?
We just gotta let the script, play out and do what it's gonna do, what the Lord has said it to do.
Exactly.
But man, you devils, and we know that this is what y'all gonna start trying to do now in this time, because you have really no other option. The only option that you have is violence.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you know what I'm saying? I was trying to use an example. I was gonna use the example of like a gorilla pimp. When his hoes start getting out of line and they start losing respect for him, his only option is, all right, now you got to beat them hoes down.
Break them down. So and build them back up to it. And that's what they did with us, brother. Through Willie Lynch, buck breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And brothers and sisters that don't know about that, look it up. These devils had a whole bunch of methods to break us down, really break our spirit down, because I even seen a study that they went into. They was explaining how the trauma that's been that was embedded in our forefathers throughout the transatlantic slave trade and through slavery times, right? That same depression and oppression and that pain and suffering was passed down through the genetics of who, basically the Israelites today. You know what I'm saying? These devils knew what they was doing the whole time. Because if you read that Willie Lynch letter, he said by the time we take the chains off their body, it's still going to be on their mind. years down the line. You see? So,
right.
pursuant to that example that you was going into,
And this is
I had one too. Whenever you
okay.
get that,
I'm gonna start at this is Revelation chapter 18, and I'm gonna start at verse 23, and it says, "And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
right?
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived," right? So, what that's talking about is, Babylon has basically put a veil over the entire earth, and they were able to, even with, slavery being a known thing, how this country became as powerful as it did, they were able to put the veil over everybody's face and basically say, yeah, we're the country, we're the land of the free,
Yeah,
the home of the brave. Come here and live the American dream. You know, we got, free speech. You can have guns. You can build a business. You can get rich and all of this stuff, right? And, we're going around the earth and we're helping all of the countries that are in need. We're helping those that are in need, who need our help. We're freeing these people from dictators and tyrants and all this stuff, right? When really America was the tyrant and the dictator the whole time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just going around the earth pillaging, taking the resources of other nations, other peoples, and, packaging it as we're freeing these people from dictators and harsh rulers and things like that, right? When that was never the case. A lot of these people didn't ask you to come to their country. They didn't ask for your help. And you can't even say help because you weren't helping them. You were just trying to take what they had. And they had the world fooled, especially you American people, fooled for the longest that that's what they were doing, going around the earth trying to help these weak and feeble people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
America was the country that's going up against the bullies of the world and all this shit, when America was the bully the whole time.
Right.
And they had you people thinking that that's what America was all about. Now it's come to find out, yeah, none of that shit was real. None of that shit was true. All of that shit was a fraud, fake, phony. And now you see that your country has now been co-opted by the small hats.
Yep.
You see who, America and all of these governors, these people in the leadership positions, you see who they really pledge allegiance to. They don't, they're not for the American people. They're for themselves, and they're doing the bidding of these small hatters. So that's what these people are about. They had you fooled this whole time. And this is verse 24. It says, "And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth."
Where is that?
Right? Revelation 18 and verse 24.
Okay, come.
So, you know, the hey, these people have the blood. This country has the blood of Jake on their hands. You know what I'm saying? From all of the wickedness that they've done throughout history, throughout the conception of this country,
Come.
it's been nothing but bloodshed of Yasha Allah from day one. This country was built on the blood of Jake, right? And the true Israelites.
Matter of fact, what precept is there where it say those who have drunk from that cup have
I think that's in 18 too.
Those who have drunk from the cup, whose punishment was not to drink from that cup, have surely drunk, and are you thou that shall escape the judgment?
Okay, no, that's not it.
I can't remember what that said.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember that one off the top of my head right now.
But I had one too, bro. But that's, like the scripture said, it wasn't meant for us to go through that punishment, but we did. Like the brother Atazawan brought it out this past camp that we had last weekend. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will give you a chance to repent And that's what he did with our people. He let it be known, like, look, I don't want to do this, but I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't force my hand. So we had to drink from that cup, and we the Lord's chosen people. You think you devils finna get away with anything y'all did? Come on, man. But going to your point, this is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. And it reads, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of him. Take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So it don't matter what these devils say, what they look at what just happened with the C19 situation, the vaccine, or the jump shot. You know, Slocky. You know, the jump shot. Now everybody, you know, got their head down, like, damn, we done took that shit, and the whole time it was a fluke. And that dude, what's his name, Fauci?
Yeah.
You know?
Fucker.
You know? He looking ashamed because he's like, damn, the cat's out the bag now. He plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
That's the you know how what the Hot Boys got that song, the number one stunner, the number one fucker. He fucked all you people.
And now y'all sitting there look with the shame face. Because you wanted to go to a concert, because you wanted to keep your job, because you wanted to, I'm going to go take the jump shot. Now look at you.
And everybody knew, you should have known he was a fraud, because before this all happened, he said that, you know, this is something that we can, you know, get rid of by, you know, natural, you know, bodily treatments. Your body will be able to get rid of it on its own. You know what I'm saying? Because the corona, right? That thing, that virus, has been around it's always been around.
Right.
It's just like a common cold, but you know they got it in a lab and they mutated it to make it to where it's something else. But even then, even after that mutation, because think about this, man, you ain't never had nothing. Because I caught it. You ain't never had nothing where motherfucker your taste and your smell
right, yeah, bro.
was gone.
I had it for 24 hours, brother. The only thing that made it so intense was I was moving slow as hell, but I could still taste and I could still smell. You know?
See, yeah, no, I had it. I couldn't taste or smell nothing.
I could taste. Matter of fact, no, I'll take that back. I couldn't smell, but I could still taste.
Yep.
I couldn't smell. You know?
Yep. But like, yeah, when I had it though, it was gone in less than a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was gone in like 2, 3, 4 days. And, you know, I didn't need no treatments and nothing like that. I didn't need no what you call it. I didn't need no, you know, to get the jumper. Right? And really, if you do get it, your body is supposed to, you know, if you did get it, that's good actually, because now your body can fight it off.
It's immune to it, yeah.
And now your body builds up an immunity to it.
It's called an immune system for a reason, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has already equipped our body with everything that needs to fight, you know, that it needs to fight off. You know, and that's how you know that was a test run for what? The MOTB.
Exactly.
You know, the gates of hell, what did he say? You know, the first one wasn't as good as the next one. It was something like that. I can't remember exactly how he said it, man. I've been trying to quote it. But he's basically saying like the next pandemic is gonna be successful.
Yeah.
You know? Now how the hell do he know that? Ain't nobody paying attention to that?
Yeah, because he's the one working on it.
Exactly.
Right? He's the same person who got up and stood in front of hundreds of people and say, you know what I'm saying, the V9s is supposed to significantly reduce the Earth's population. You know, and everybody clapped for that nigga. Everybody's like, woo, yay! He just said some powerful shit.
And don't know what the fuck he did.
Nah, this nigga just said he finna kill you. That's what he said.
Hey man, bro, that is the devil. And Tom look dead in their face, just up there smiling like, hey, they don't even know.
Right.
Like, man.
You got this little weird fucker, you know what I'm saying? Billy G, the gates of hell. This little weird motherfucker. This nigga, you know what I'm saying? He came up with in the computer software industry. And now this nigga is an expert in medicine and healthcare and all this shit now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is why, man, and this is why you Babylonians is about to go through the hell that you finna go through.
Mm-hmm.
Because you sitting allow this shit to happen. You know? Hey, other countries, man, they don't let this kind of stuff happen to them. You know, they'll jump quick and start rioting and start hopping in the streets, burning shit up, and they letting the government officials know that, hey, we ain't fucking with this. You know, all these data centers and everything like that, and people ain't doing nothing. You know, all of the see what's crazy is, you know, they said that they about to build a data center right here in the middle of St. Louis,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody really thought about like, damn, this wouldn't probably ain't gonna be good for St. Louis. But then you got right outside of St. Louis and St. Charles or whatever, you know, they got that shit banned. You know, they got it banned that they can't put no data center out in St. Charles County. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know what you people are thinking. You're just thinking about having fun, kicking it, you know, enjoying yourself and everything like that, living in your pleasures and everything, and that's what's gonna get you fucked up. That's why so many of these Babylonians, aka Americans, is about to go through pure hell in these coming days, and
Man,
they don't even see it.
for real.
You know?
Hey, that's the point of this lesson, man. Like, Jake, get your mind right, man. Us in this truth, we blessed to actually have our eyes open and our ears open to, like, what Yahweh shall say, blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we catching hell. The bitterness is turning up on brothers and sisters. But look at it like this, man. You still got a shot of making it. 2/3 of our people, it's like all these atrocities that these devils have placed upon us through this oppression, and they still trusting these damn devils, man.
Mm-hmm.
We not in that spirit.
Yo, we not in the spirit of trusting in Esau and his systems and his methods and all of this shit he got going on.
Right.
You know, we put our trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Exactly. That's the point, man. But hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. All right.
God.
We're gonna close this out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory unto our power.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Hakodash.
All right, we want to say the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for the Akim, a great millstone from our elders and apostles on down. Preaching and teaching His word out of sincerity of heart, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. To you, brothers, we say Shalom. At the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for the hopeful elect men, women, and children fighting for their faith in these last days. To you, we say Shalom. With that, we're going to say Abba, Abba,
Baba Ba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yashala.
Shalom.
Shalom.